ladies, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Kelly, and today's video is my monthly Amazon fashion worth it or waste. So in these videos, I order a bunch of Amazon fashion items, test them out, and give you my honest feedback on what I think of these pieces and whether or not they are worth you spending your hard-earned money. So if you like that kind of thing, please stay tuned. If there's anything in this video that you're interested in, if you want to know my sizing details, all of that information can be found down below in the description box, as well as pinned to the first comment, and you'll see those little shopping bag icons show up. Those are your YouTube links that make shopping super duper easy. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, I really hope you'll do that. I would love for you to join the family. Thank you to all of you who have done so. We are almost at 200,000 subscribers, and I am so excited. I have lots of great content coming your way. It is free for you to subscribe, and I would just love to have you here. So hope you'll do that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. But let's get started because I have so many good finds to share with you and a few not so good ones as well. And definitely stick around for the whole video because I saved one of my absolute favorites, probably one of my best finds ever on Amazon for the middle of the video. I think you're gonna love this one. It is such a good deal and you're not gonna wanna miss out. So this look is really two versatile basics that work really well together, and I kind of put them together for convenience, but they also would be great on their own. So starting with this adorable little V-neck polo style sweater. This is a great sweater, whether it's for the summer months, maybe you have some chillier evenings or you're in air conditioning a lot, but this would also transition really nicely into the fall. I went for this red and white stripe pattern because of course I was thinking of July 4th holidays, but it also comes in a white with black stripes and a black with white stripe option. So lots of classics, definitely has a little bit of a nautical feel. And what I love about this sweater is the feel of it. That's really important to me when I'm ordering sweaters. I feel like with Amazon sweaters, it's kind of a hit or miss. I order a lot of them, particularly in fall and winter, and so many times they have too much stretch or they're very rough or hard feeling, they're not soft, and they feel very like acrylic. This one is none of those things. This sweater is extremely soft, feels like a very high quality fabric, really, really comfortable, no itch factor at all, and it's not super stretchy. So although it does have some stretch, it has a very like comfortable fit, a little bit more relaxed fit. Really enjoy this sweater. I think it's just a great option. I definitely would give this sweater a 9 out of 10. And I paired it with these adorable wide leg palazzo cotton linen blend pants. So these are the perfect pants for summertime. They're very lightweight. That cotton and linen blend makes them a little bit easier to care for. They're a little bit of a lighter weight fabric. Definitely easy to wear casually, elastic waistband with a little tie waist on them. So really, really love these. These come in a bunch of different colors. I picked them up in the apricot, which is kind of a very soft, neutral oatmeal type of color. And I think it pairs very well with this little sweater. A great pair of pants, comes in a lot of colors, budget-friendly price, definitely 9 out of 10 for these as well. So this next dress I thought was so adorable and would really work for a lot of women. It is this sleeveless shift style dress. So this is a dress that is really flattering because it's not tight, it doesn't hug the body, it really is loose and very forgiving. The length on this I thought was great. I am 5'3" for reference, so it's a mini style without being too short. And the print I think is phenomenal. So this really reminds me of something that you would find at like an Anthropologie or a Free People store, but at a fraction of the price. So this dress is under $30. I picked it up in this purple floral, but it also comes in 3 other color options as well. I just think it's such a beautiful dress, and this cotton linen fabric definitely feels very high quality. So this one doesn't have, like, even though you have that beautiful print, it doesn't have that cheap fabric that you know I really hate. This one is a cotton linen blend that feels very high end, and I would definitely give this dress like an 8.5 out of 10. So if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I'm a big fan fan of the Spanx two-piece sets. I wear them a lot when I travel. I also really love the Walmart version, which is their scuba knit. I just think these types of sets are really fantastic for loungewear, but also for travel. If you're going on an airplane or even a road trip, they look cute and put together, but they're also extremely comfortable. They don't make you feel like hot or sweaty or anything like that, but they're just great to lounge in. So I'm a huge fan. Now the Spanx versions are very pricey. I want to say that each of the pieces are over $100. The scuba knit from Walmart is much more budget friendly, but sometimes hard to get your hands on because they sell out quickly, and creating those two-piece sets when you can't get your hands on the pants and the color options can be a bit limited. So I was really excited to find this set that looks just like those sets on Amazon, and it is right around $50, which I think is a great price for the two-piece set. And I love the color options. There's something like 10 or 12 different options. I picked up the beautiful pink, of course, because pink is one color I have never been able to find in the Spanx or in the scuba knit. And I was excited to try this set, and I have to say it really lived up to my expectations. So as far as the feel of the fabric, I would say it's a little bit closer to the scuba knit from Walmart than it is to the Spanx. But if you've tried both, you know that they're both really, really fantastic. I would say the Spanx is slightly thicker fabric than the scuba knit, but both very, very soft, very comfortable on the skin, and the Amazon one is as well. So that was the most important thing that I was really looking for, and I'm very happy with the fabric of this set. The other thing was, how does it fit? And I actually think it fits me better than the Spanx version. So I am 5'3", I mentioned. My inseam is about 28 inches, so I do have longer legs, shorter torso, and these pants actually fit me much better than the Spanx do because they're not quite as long. So I would say these pants are probably around a 28-inch inseam because they're the perfect length for me to wear with a flat sneaker or a sandal. They're very, very comfortable. There's not a lot of extra fabric, and the little matching sweatshirt, also a fantastic fit. Now I picked this up in a small and it really works for me. That is my true size. So I wouldn't say you need to size up or down in this, but just a great option. If you've always wanted to try a set like the Spanx sets, I definitely say go for this one. I love that you have all of these beautiful color choices and that you can get this at a fraction of the price. So this one is getting a 10 out of 10. So here's another piece that I think looks like it came straight off of the Anthropologie website, and that is this adorable puff sleeve top. So this top, I just love the print on this. This floral print I think is beautiful. It comes in several different colors. Of course, I went for this gorgeous pink shade, and it has some really great features. I like the neckline on this, the little bit of a puff sleeve. Now this does have more of a looser, oversized fit, and unfortunately, it is polyester, so not a big surprise. A lot of times when we see these beautiful prints that are very designer inspired, usually they are polyester, but I would say it's not an offensive polyester, if that makes any sense. If you've tried a lot of these pieces before, you know that some polyesters can feel really awful. I compare them to like a tent fabric, where other ones can feel much more soft and comfortable on the skin and not offensive. So I would say this is a pretty good one. The fabric really doesn't bother me. Of course, I would prefer a natural fabric, but I do think that the polyester is a nice polyester. I think the print is very pretty. This is a little bit more oversized than I would like, but when I pair it with a pair of shorts, I kind of like that balance. And you could also tuck this one into a great pair of pants or jeans or shorts or a skirt, and that would really solve that problem. I'm going to give this one about an 8 out of 10 because I think the fact that it's under $20 but looks like Anthropologie really makes it a good deal, and I can kind of overlook that polyester because it is a really cute shirt, and I think a lot of you would really enjoy it. Along with that top, I paired it with this great pair of cotton twill shorts from Amazon. These are actually a really great pair of shorts, a great find. I love the cotton twill fabric, the deep pockets on these. I think the fit is really nice. Unfortunately, I ordered them in my true size 4, and I do think that I needed to size up in these. So I would actually return these, size up to a 6. So I would say you may want to size up. I felt like they were a bit tight in the waist, and even I like them a little bit looser looser in the leg area. I think it's more flattering. So I will be switching these out for a larger size. So that would be my advice. But overall, I think they're a really great pair of shorts. They come in several different color options. And the best part of these is the price point. These are under $17, and they definitely look very similar to the Quince organic cotton twill shorts, which those are my absolute favorite. I would say I definitely think those are worth the investment, but if you're looking to just try that style, maybe you don't wear a lot of shorts, I highly recommend these at under $20. You really cannot go wrong. They are a great pair, and I'm going to give these a 9.5 out of 10 because I think they're fantastic, especially for that price point, but I do think the sizing is a little bit off, so keep that in mind and just size up. And if you like that little feminine mini shift dress look, then I think you're really going to like this one. So this one comes in both this white and black, and I love that it has this lace trim detailing on it that adds a little bit of feminine flair. This is a very forgiving, like shift style dress, a bit oversized, but just overall really cute piece. It does have some great pockets in it. I think that the length is good. Now for me, I would say it's a little bit flowier and more boxy and oversized than I would prefer, but I think it will work for a lot of women. If you like this kind of look, it definitely has a designer inspired look. Once again, it's something that you can get at a great price, but it definitely looks much more expensive. And because of this cotton blend fabric, it also feels more expensive. So I think that's always a win. I love to see those natural fabrics. I think they just elevate the pieces so much more, and no one would ever guess that this came from Amazon. So a really good one. I think I'm going to give this one about an 8 out of 10. Like I said, fit wise, this isn't one that I'm going to be keeping, but I think it's a really great option. And if you're someone looking for a shift style, very forgiving, very comfortable dress, maybe for a trip or for an event, I think you might enjoy this one a lot. Okay, so if you've been watching these worth it or waist hauls, you know that usually there's something really bad mixed in there. There's one that's like the obvious loser of the bunch. And I will say in this haul, I really didn't have that standout loser piece that I absolutely hated. Most of them were really pretty good. I did have a standout winner piece, which we're going to get to next, but I would say if I had to pick a least favorite, this next look would be it. So starting with this polyester top. Now, I think the print on this is really pretty, and overall when I look at the outfit, it doesn't make me cringe as much as some have in the past, but I'm just not a huge fan of this style. So you've got this little like tie front detailing in the front, but because of the two like tie front ribbing in the middle, I kind of feel like it's creating this little like tire effect around the waist that I don't think is really all that flattering. So not really a fan of that. Now this top is really budget friendly. Like it is under $10. So if you like that style, I think this is a great find at under $10. And I can't even say that the fabric is offensive because it's really not bad. It's especially for that price, it's really not bad. It's not something terrible. It's just not my personal favorite. It does have quite a few different color options, which I do think is good, and the shorts that I paired it with. So this is a pair of denim shorts, and these definitely ran small, just like the other shorts I shared with you. So absolutely, I would size up in these. I'm wearing them in my true size 4, and I gotta be honest, when I tried these pieces on, I had just returned from my 2-week vacation in Maui, and I was like, oh my goodness, I knew I put on a few pounds, but like, why aren't these shorts fitting? Thank God I found out that it wasn't that I had put on that much weight. It was just the shorts. They run small. My other shorts still fit fine. So that was a bit of a relief, but definitely size up because I think that they just have a lot more stretch in them than I'm used to. And they definitely have a smaller fit. They do have a little bit of de-stressing as well. I would pass on these shorts. I'll be honest. Way better shorts I found at Walmart. As a matter of fact, I'll try to remember to link those. If you're looking for good denim shorts, Walmart is killing it. They have some really good options right now that I'd rather see you spend your money on than this pair. So I would say both of these pieces for me, probably around a 5. You know, they're not terrible, but they're not great either. I think you can spend your money in better ways. Okay, so this is the one that we have been waiting for. This is my absolute favorite find. Maybe one of my, if not my very favorite find from all of my worth it or waste videos that I have done. I was so impressed with this piece. Now, I know not all of you are a huge fan of rompers, but if you are a fan of rompers, pay attention. You're not going to want to miss this. This is so good. So I couldn't find the exact fabric content on this, but it's definitely some type of cotton, maybe cotton linen blend. It is a very good feeling fabric. It is not polyester, and it has this beautiful floral embroidery on it that looks so designer inspired. If someone asked me, I would swear that this was Anthropologie or Free People or something like that. I cannot believe this is Amazon, and this is under $45. Absolutely fantastic romper. So first you have this halter tie neck, which is one of my favorite features. I love a halter tie neck. Then you have the middle that also ties, giving you that waist definition. This has pockets. I think the length is fantastic. I love the embroidered flowers. Just overall, such a great piece. When my younger daughter was steaming this for me, she was like, wow, I really like this romper. And I'm like, it is that good. It is really good. So I have a feeling I'm going to be ordering this in another color as well. It does come in something like 8 or 10 different colors, and it's just such a great piece. If you saw this in Anthropologie, it would easily run $150 or more. On Amazon, like I said, under $45. So without a doubt, don't even have to think about it for a second. 10 out of 10. Okay, so I have to admit, when I unboxed this next item and took a look at it, I was like, I don't think I like this. Why did I order this? But when I put it on and I felt how comfortable the fabric is, and I thought about how I would wear this, I actually really like it. And I think it's one that a lot of women would appreciate. So this is a little dress. It's in this polyester spandex blend fabric, which feels very, very soft and cool to the skin. Very, very comfortable feeling this dress. And I would say that the thing that kind of caught me off guard was the little embroidered like coral designs that are on the pockets. It's not exactly my taste. I think I would prefer if it was just a plain dress. However, after putting this on, I feel like this is a perfect little beach dress. So this would be fantastic as a bathing suit cover-up. It is so comfortable, and the fit on this is very cute. It's very convenient to wear. I think it would really be great for the beach. I also think it would be great if you're going on some kind of like beach trip or a cruise or something, and you just want that comfortable like loungewear dress. So when I thought about this dress, I was like, I would absolutely take this to the Keys and just wear this when I'm sitting around the house, but I don't want to be in pajamas, because a lot of times a neighbor will pop over or we'll have someone coming to like work on something outside, and I don't want to be in pajamas in the middle of the day. And this dress is really perfect because it feels as comfortable as pajamas, but it actually looks cute and put together, and it is perfect for the beach. So if you have any beach trips, if you have a cruise planned, if you just like to go to the pool or the beach, I think this is a great option. It comes in some beautiful color choices. I'm looking at the blue one and thinking that would be really cute as well. I love this pink, but super soft, super comfortable. Really do like it, even though first impressions weren't great. Ultimately, I think it is really good and definitely a keeper, and I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10. Okay, and speaking of comfy loungewear to wear around your house, this next set is so cute. So I am definitely someone who, after I've been out and about during the day, I've done all my errands or whatever I needed to do, as soon as I get into my house and I know I'm not going anywhere, the first thing I like to do is change out of my clothes and put on something comfortable. But a lot of times it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a little early for the pajamas to come out, and we often have teenagers in our house visiting and everything, and I don't want to be walking around in PJs all the time. So I'm looking for some cute and cozy loungewear, and this is a set that I really appreciate. So this is a rayon blend. It's very, very comfortable. Think of like a worn-in soft t-shirt kind of fabric, and this is a 2-piece set. So you've got this t-shirt on top, but it has that off-the-shoulder look, which I think makes it a little bit more fun, a little bit less like frumpy, something that when your husband comes home, you still look kind of cute and put together. It's a little bit of sexiness with that off-the-shoulder style, and I do think that's adorable. I also think you could use this little t-shirt in different ways with shorts or jeans or things like that if you wanted to wear it outside of the house. It does come in a lot of color options, but it comes with the matching pants. So these pants are more of like a wide leg, relaxed fit, super comfortable pull-on style pant. Now they are a little bit long for me. I would say their inseam is probably anywhere from a 30 to a 31 inch inseam, but when I'm wearing things like PJs or loungewear, I don't mind if there's a little bit of drag. So I wasn't like tripping on these in my house or anything like that. I definitely was dragging a little bit, and I wouldn't wear them out of the house because they would get filthy dirty. But inside the house, I'm really comfortable with a little bit of extra fabric. Doesn't bother me. They're not super duper long, but they are very, very cozy and comfy. You could definitely wear this to bed if you wanted to, but you can also wear it as a cute lounge set. And I just really, really like this one. I'm going to give this one a 10 out of 10. Okay, here are two more versatile pieces that I put together to share with you, but they really work great in other ways as well. Starting with this crossover style knit sleeveless sweater top. So I shared this before in a pink, and you guys really loved it as much as I did. I decided to pick it up in this apricot neutral color because I'm really loving those like soft neutral tones paired together. Definitely something that is on trend pretty much all the time, but it's something that I also find very like elevated and chic looking. So I really wanted this neutral color and love this little knit sweater top. I think it's so cute, very flattering on the shoulder area. Love the fit of this one. It's very true to size. This top is definitely a 10 out of 10. That's why I repurchased it in another color, and I paired it with these little linen blend pants. So these are more of like a trouser style linen pants. They do have a button and a zipper, so they're a little bit more elevated than the previous pair that I shared with you that were elastic waist. I really love the fit of these. These have more of a cropped style. So my petite friends, I think you're really gonna like these because they might even be a full length pant for some of you, but even with the cropped style, I think they're really pretty and fun. I like the crop on them. I like the relaxed wide leg fit on these, and I love pairing those neutrals together. So keep in mind, we're really in a phase where you don't have to have this matchy. Your ivory doesn't have to match with the perfect ivory or your white with white. Pair together those neutrals. Take the white and pair it with the ivory or the cream or the apricot. It really does look super chic, and I like the way these two work together. Both of these pairs are really fantastic. I think these pants will work with so many things that I already own, and I love the fact that I don't have to worry about getting them hemmed or wearing them with a heel. So these pants are also getting a 10 out of 10. Okay, so here we have another two-piece short set to share with you, and this one is a cotton blend. Now, I picked it up in this black, and I do think this is kind of a fun set, but I know it's not going to be for everyone. So first of all, it is sleeveless. The top is like a vest style, but it's a little bit looser and longer than a typical like cropped to the waist vest. But I thought that was a really fun style. But if you look when I turn to the side, you'll see that it just has this piece of fabric like right around the bust area, and that's all that is covering the sides. So you have a lot of opening on the sides, which doesn't bother me if I'm in more of like a beach type of environment, but I'm not sure this is something I would really wear to like run to the grocery store or anything like that. Now, of course, you could eliminate that by wearing something like a black tank top under it, but I think the point of it is to kind of have that sexy little detail. So if you want something a little bit spicier, it is a fun look, and it is overall conservative in the front and a little bit like oversized. It's not tight fitting. The shorts are a great pull-on pair of shorts. They are a little bit longer than some of the other shorts that I shared with you. So that's nice as well for those of you looking for a little bit more length in your shorts. I think that this is a really cute set, and it's kind of like very simple and conservative in the front, and then when you turn to the side, you've got that skin showing. It's a little bit more sexy. I don't think this is one that I'm actually going to keep because I'm not sure how I feel about those side openings and just the overall fit on my body, but I do think it's cute. It does come in a variety of colors. The fabric content is pretty good. I'm going to give this one about a 7 out of 10. And last but not least, I wanted to share with you the top that I'm wearing today. This is a little linen blend tank top. It's got buttons going down the back, and the top is just very simple. It's cropped just below the waist, so really good fit. I could tuck it in if I wanted to or leave it out. Comes in something something like over 20 different colors, and there's some prints in there as well. So really beautiful top if you want something really simple every day that will go with just about any bottoms. I really love these little linen blend tank tops. For this one, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 because I think it's a really great find and a super versatile piece. Okay, ladies, so that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it and found some things that you really, really loved. And as always, everything will be linked down below in that description box. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate your support, and I hope you guys have a great week. Take care.